Usually this can go into stock,
Okay.
but I prefer not to because there are 3 parts that they inject hormones and antibiotics if they do give the chicken those. It's from the tail right here, the neck, and the wings. So wings, actually it's tasty, but the issue with that is, especially women, if you have too much, have too much chicken wings in your life, you're going to have ovary problems. It's that bad, and that's why I don't put this in the stock anymore. And then if I look inside, if I dump it out, I think I have the gizzard and the liver and everything. This, unfortunately, we are not doing anything with this. Otherwise, if we have enough chicken liver, we can turn it into a chicken liver mousse. It's so tasty, just on the bread. So this can go straight into the pot. Okay.
For stock.
Yeah. And then this, you see, this fat right here, this piece of fat here. You can just render this, turn it into like liquid. Just render chicken fat and use that for cooking. It's great. Next time, if you want, just render the chicken fat and then start your risotto with this. It will be nice. Okay. But today, again, stop. Okay. So first thing, I want to make sure I got this chicken out right here. Alright. So there are a few things that I do want to remove first that I'm not gonna use. Neck is one of them. Okay. The tail.
Okay.
If I'm not tying the whole chicken, I'm gonna fabricate a whole chicken. I just take this out. Okay. So, and then for chicken, doesn't matter how you are going to prepare it. If you're going to fabricate this, if you're going to tie it up, tie the whole chicken up and for roasting, you always want to remove one part, okay, which is a wishbone right here. You are going to feel it later. It's like an upside down V, like this, in this area. So that's the bone you want to remove first. Just cut alongside the bone, okay? Like that, lightly incision. And remember, this is meat, okay? The muscle fiber is a lot stronger than fish, so they can handle a little bit of abuse. Okay? So just use your finger, go inside that incision you made. Go in. Oh, the wishbone is already broken. Let me remove this and show you. See? That's already broken. Okay? So in a perfect world, it should look like something like this. Okay, now let's go into the stock. But one thing I want to show you is on this part right here, this end right here, when you reach in and feel this end later, you're gonna feel that tendon kind of tied to it, to the muscle. Make sure you just force it, break it up. Okay, and after that, we're ready for deboning. Okay, so the first thing I do is, you see this skin right here? I'm going to make incisions right here, just like that. Okay, light incisions, open it up, and then you see if I turn over, there is the leg joint, both leg joint right here, right? I'm gonna put my index finger under both, and then I'm just gonna gently pop. Make sure you pop the joint and this side too, but don't break the bones. Pop it, then you see it's laying nice and flat, right, on the table. Okay, so now I want to use my finger to remove the old chicken oyster. We call this part right here the chicken oyster. Okay, so the reason why we call it oyster, because bone structure wise, it's very similar to your pelvis. Okay, so if you look at it, the bone is like this. It's concave. It's almost like a half oyster shell. The meat is sitting right on the top. That's why it's called the chicken oyster. Okay, so if I look at it right now, it should look like this, upside down. So the bone is like this, and then you have the meat right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my index finger to go and find where that edge of the pelvis is. And I'm just gonna feel it, and then I'm just gonna put my finger in and just release it on both sides. Okay? Just remember, you have the incision here, you pop the joint, right? Just right above that joint, right here, that's a chicken oyster. So you can, if you can find, you know where the joint is, you can already find the oyster. Okay? And then I'm just gonna go ahead, put my finger in there. Oh, okay, I feel it. I'm just gonna put my finger in. You can definitely use a knife. I'm just more used to using finger to release it, because a lot of the time I see if you use a knife, you're not gonna get as a clean cut. Okay, so after this is done, I'm gonna leave the legs, the bottom half here. I'm gonna deal with the breast first. Okay, so for the breast, there is that center right here, and ooh, this is actually a big breast right here. Okay, so I can feel that bone in the center. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down alongside that bone. Oh, what happened to this chicken? It's very, very bruised. Ooh. Wow, somebody really mistreated this chicken a lot. Like you can see this right here.
Yeah,
that
all
chicken.
red.
Yeah, that chicken being mistreated. This is all bruised. Somebody was really beating this chicken. Okay. Anyways, for deboning purpose. Okay. So when you debone, do not saw. Okay. One long clean stroke all the time. Especially you have a sharp knife right now. Okay. So I want to make sure this is all clean up, and then once I hit the bottom bone right here, I'm just gonna stop right here. Okay. Okay. So right now I'm going to turn it because I'm right-hander. What I'm doing right now is I want to take this meat off the bone. You see I'm doing long stroke. On my offhand, I am peeling it away. Right? Okay. Right here. Okay, like so. I'm going to continue shave it here. Okay. Shave here, but eventually I'm going to run into this. See this joint right here? That's where the wind is. Okay, just go there, go in. Simply, you see the joint right here? That you don't need to try to cut into the bone, because first of all you need to use more force. Secondly, it's going to dull your knife. But if you find where the joint is, it's very easy. Just go in like that, and guess what? It's released. Okay. Okay. So that's one breast with wind, and then now the second one.
Wow.
One thing about
so
this.
Easy,
No, it is actually easy. It's a lot of practice. Trust me. I've deboned like cases of chicken already, so that's why. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. You see this bone plate right here? It has almost like a C looking right here. If you just go straight, you're gonna leave that piece of meat right here. So this is what I always teach students. You only go on this side. You go from this first. You release the meat on that other bone plate first, and then you take your knife. You go down. Follow the center right here. Release that meat. Okay, and then again, you're just gonna continue doing what you just did over there. Okay. And then I can release the skin right here. Okay, that's the second breast with the wing. Okay, so now you see this, your carcass should look like this. Okay, now we want to take out the leg. Okay, so remember we already released the oyster right here, and then pop the joint. So you want to start taking your knife, just start shaving. Long strokes, follow where the bone is, and then once you get to the joint, go in, make sure you take that out, and once you feel like, okay, there is no more tendon, no nothing attached, you can just rip it off, like that, okay? when you rip it off, actually it comes out cleaner. All right, and then you see on the other side, right here. All right. And again, I'm gonna feel. Okay, I still see that tendon. You see that tendon still there? Let's cut it off. As long as I don't feel any tendon no more, right here, just rip it off like that. Okay? That's your chicken carcass right here. But here's the thing. You see there's still a little bit of that neck here?
Yeah.
Which I told you that
you don't want.
You don't want that?
No.
So structure-wise, you can just start going here. Okay? And then you can just break it.
Okay.
Rip it off. Okay? Like so. And because you turn it into like a smaller piece of bone, it's going to release the flavor into the stock faster. Okay? That just goes in straight up. And this, I just go in like so.
So you don't want to make them.
You don't. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to do this. In the industry, in the restaurant business, I didn't have time. I don't have time for this. So usually we just leave that little bit of neck in there at home. I know I'm making that for my wife. I know I'm making that for my little girl. So I'm just gonna remove it. Okay. So now with this, back to this. Chicken wings.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, if you go here, you see this piece right here?
Yes.
You know what that is? That's your lovely chicken tender.
Okay.
Okay. You can simply just peel it off like that. Oh, see? This is what happens when you bruise the animal like that. Okay. That's why you don't want to bruise your animal. All right. I'm just gonna show you chicken supreme cut first. Okay. Chicken supreme, very easy. You remove the joint. I mean the wing. Leave it whole. Right there, and leave it skin on, like that. It's just chicken breast with the skin. Chicken supreme. Okay. I like supreme better because I like the skin. Some people do it without. You know, they like the skinless. They just like the skinless and boneless. And again, you see that tendon? That tendon right here. I'm just gonna simply rip it off like so. Okay. Another one is the airline breast, which I can show you right now. I personally just don't like the airline cut anymore. It's actually harder to cook because you have that little bit of chicken wing left on there. So you see this piece of skin right here? You want to find about halfway of the length of this little trunk right here in. When you cut to the bone, stop. Okay? Don't cut in, and then just simply rip it. You see, sometimes that do happen. But first of all, let me take this down first. First of all, I'll clean that later, but let me release the muscle here. You see, once you peel it to half, cut that off. Okay, and then now you can start cleaning this. Sometimes it just doesn't come out clean. Usually, when you do that, you pop, it comes out. Okay, but again, that's airline. If you have a chicken breast with just the bone sticking out, that's an airline cut. I don't know why, some people just love it, but I'm just gonna cut it off. I only do this just to show you, okay? So, you have 2 chicken tender, 2 wings, 2 breasts, now leg and thigh. This is called the whole leg. And then you see this piece right here? That's a chicken oyster.
Okay.
This, to me, this is the best part of the chicken. Okay, if you go to a Japanese yakitori restaurant, you can probably see this on the menu. 3 pieces on the skewer, they will charge you for $6.99. It's that expensive. Okay, so we're going to separate the leg and thigh.
Okay.
Again, find where that joint is. You
Okay.
can feel it. You see that line right here? See how easy that is? It just goes in. Okay? Let's do it one more time. See that line right here? That fat line right here? Yeah. Just like that. Okay? As long as you find where that line is, and then you just cut right through, guess what? That's it. Okay? And that's it for the chicken fabrication. So you should have 2 drum, 2 thigh, 2 tender, and then 2 breasts.
Okay.
Ready to cook. Okay? This, you see how thick it is? Yeah, it's gonna take me a long time to cook today, but we'll just let it roast inside the oven later. Okay? So that's it. And then now let's go clean this.